Hi, everyone. Yeah, myself, Hari Krishna, on the trainer. Okay, I'll be taking the sessions for you. And today is a introduction session, like what is Pega PRPC, what is its purpose. We'll have a detailed overview about what is Pega. And from tomorrow, we'll start the regular sessions. So if you have a basic idea, no problem. Okay, if you don't know what is Pega PRPC, in today's session, we'll have a brief introduction. And in the end of this session, if you have any questions, I'll take any questions from you, so that at the end of this session you can ask any questions if you have. And first of all, everybody is new to this Pega right now. See, in order to learn this Pega PRPC, no need to have any prerequisites. Okay, so without any knowledge or without any basics, anyone can learn this Pega PRPC. So first of all, Pega is basically an application development tool. It's a basically application development tool. Okay, so using Pega, so we can design or we can develop any kind of web applications without any coding. So in Pega PRPC applications, so there will not be any coding, not even single line of code. So without any programming knowledge, anyone can learn this Pega PRPC. Okay, so only thing required is learn how to use the features inside this application, so that anyone can work on this Pega PRPC designing and development. Okay. And one more thing is, so Pega first of all is a product of Pega systems. Okay, so Pega, it is a product of Pega systems, and Pega is not a open source tool. It is not a open source tool. Means any company want to develop applications using Pega means, so they need to get the license from Pega systems. It's like a licensed tool. Okay, not open source. It is a licensed tool. So any company want to develop applications in Pega, so they has to get the license from Pega system. So right now, maximum every company is using Pega in their companies. Okay, so for developing web applications, every company is using Pega PRPC. And apart from that, suppose see what type of applications we can develop means. See right now, what are the things we are doing in Java? Same things we can do using Pega also. But the thing is, in Java there will be programming, but in Pega there will not be any programming. No coding will not be there in Pega. But if you design or develop same kind of applications in Java, you need to write programs. Okay. So, but in Pega there will not be any coding or anything. So, but what are the things we can do using Java? Same things we can do using Pega also. But totally it's a uh, tool. Pega is a tool and Java is a programming language. Okay. So Java is basically programming language, but Pega is not a programming language. It's a, we can call it as a tool, or we can also call it as application. But using Pega or Java, we can do the same thing. Okay, what are the things we cannot do in Java? We cannot do in Pega also. What are the things we can do in Java? Same thing we can do in Pega also. But only difference is, in Pega, we will not write any coding will not be there in Pega application. So as a developer, we'll be using all the features inside this Pega tool, okay, for developing the web applications. And we can also call Pega as a, so Pega got a name as a Java based application. Pega is also called as a Java based application. So why it is called as a Java based application means, in the early stages, this in order to develop this Pega, so they developed using Java only. Okay, so this application, Pega application, in the early like 1984 or something. So they developed using Java only. So from then it is called as a Java based application. But what is its purpose is to develop new web applications. It is designed, Pega is first of all designed in Java, but later using Pega they can design any kind of web applications. Okay. So but nowadays only some in order to add the features or for the tool development and all, only 5 to 10% is used. Okay, so maximum 90%, even Pega application is also right now designed in Pega only. Okay, so even Pega application is there, right? The tool whatever we have right now in the latest versions, even Pega is also designed in Pega only. Okay, so only 5% of Java will be used. Okay, so only 5 to 10% of Java will be used. That will be taken care by the Pega systems. Systems will take care about those features and all. Okay, as a developer, as we are developers, we don't use any programming or anything in the application development. Okay. So if we have just basic knowledge how to use the features in Pega, how to use the functionalities and all, it is enough. So in the entire training process, you will be learning about the all the features inside the tool. Like a project will take and will develop one project by using all the options inside the Pega systems tool. Okay. So Pega is basically we can also call it as a Java based application, but as a developer we don't need any knowledge on Java. Okay. And apart from this PRPC, okay, I'm calling Pega as a PRPC also. So what is this PRPC means? And Pega doesn't have any full form. Okay, just it is a product of Pega systems. And if you take PRPC, it is having a full abbreviation, that is Pega Rules Process Commander. And what is this Pega Rules Process Commander means? So PRPC is nothing but a platform for used by the developers. Okay, so platform or portal also we can call a portal used by the developers for designing and deploying the applications. It's a platform or portal used to design and deploy the applications. Means we require some environment, right? For working on Pega, we need some environment. Okay, so that environment name is nothing but PRPC. Some portal used to design and deploy the applications. Okay, it will be used by the developers for the designing of the applications. I'll show you how it will look when you log into the application, right? When you log into application, so it will automatically open that portal. Okay, it will open the PRPC portal. And apart from this, so Pega PRPC, so full name of the tool is Pega PRPC. We used to commonly call as Pega PRPC tool or Pega PRPC application. And internally, Pega contains one built-in methodology called BPM. So there is something called BPM. Actually, it is a BPM is a built-in suite, or we can call it as a methodology. So first of all, full form of BPM is Business Process Management. Okay, so Business Process Management is nothing but a some built-in suite which will help you to manage the business process in the organizations. Okay, it will control how the data flows, okay, how the information comes, how the connections are managed, all the data flows and all. It will be managed by the business process. And technically, as a developer, no need to have any knowledge on this. It is a backend thing. It is a built-in suite, and which is part of the Pega PRPC setup. Okay. So in detail, I'll tell you. Okay, about this also some points I'll mention. So overall, combine these three: Pega PRPC, BPM tool. Okay, so Pega is called as a Pega PRPC BPM tool. And before that, we'll have a small PPT on what are the things I discussed. I'll show a small PPT on these things. And in the early stages, Pega is not started as an application development tool. It is a middleware tool. Okay, in the 1983, when Pega is found, and or when Pega is designed, it is basically a middleware tool, like converting one type of application to other format. And later on in 1990s, so they did some modifications for that application, and then they used this Pega as a application development tool. And right now in Pega, it supports all the domains. Okay? So any kind of web application we can design using Pega PRPC. There is no limitations like we cannot design this kind of project and all. Okay, Pega or using Pega, we can design or develop any kind of web applications. And here they mention some of the domains. So what are the mostly used application, means mostly designed application formats, like healthcare applications, finance applications, life sciences, medical, media, government sector, insurance. So all these applications are designed in Pega PRPC. Okay, so not only this, there are so many other things also will be there, but major market is these domains. Okay, so mostly on banking, healthcare, finance, insurance, communications, media, life sciences. So on all these domains, Pega projects are developed, and most of the projects will be from the other countries only, like US, UK, different European countries. Okay, so we'll be getting the projects from different like US, UK, and Australia, different countries. Okay, European countries, all the European countries. And coming to this water thing I discussed, Pega PRPC BPM. Okay, first of all, Pega is not a open source tool as I discussed. It is a licensed product and which is marketed by Pega Systems. Okay, and internally this BPM is a part of the Pega PRPC package. And full form of PRPC is Pega Rules Process Commander. See, these Pega rules are nothing but some inbuilt features again. Okay, for example, if you take Java, if you want to develop any Java applications, means we'll be using object-oriented libraries. Similarly, in Pega, all these terms we used to call as rules we used to call in Pega. Okay, so rules are nothing but some inbuilt templates in Pega. Okay, so those things we used to call as Pega rules. So here Pega rules are nothing but object-oriented rules we used to call. Okay, so all these are nothing but some built-in templates, controls, functions, methods. Okay, so all these things internally, what are the inbuilt features we have in the Pega application? So those things we used to call as Pega rules. And process commander is nothing but a some storage area to store all these rules in the PRPC portal. Okay. So process command is nothing but like a storage area to store all these features in the Pega application. So combining Pega rules process commander, it is nothing but I told you right. It is nothing but a platform given for the developers or portal which is used for designing and deploying the applications. So they have already given the environment for us for the for development purpose. So Pega has given some environment for us. So we'll be using that environment and we'll be designing the applications. And finally BPM, it is an inbuilt suite which comes with the Pega PRPC setup. And again in detail, what is this PRPC means? I told you right. It is a platform for building and deploying the applications. Okay. And what this PRPC will do is here in Pega, nothing. See, mostly we can call Pega as a automation tool. We can call okay automated application development tool because here most of the things will be reusable. So maybe some things manually we'll create once or twice, and later we'll be reusing those things. Okay, so generally previously in the testing there is a manual testing and automation testing. Similarly, in the application development also right now Pega is called as a automated tool, because here most of the things are inbuilt. It means all the features are given. No need to develop everything from the scratch. They have given all the features. Methods are predefined. Functions are predefined here. So only thing we have to do is we have to reuse them. What are the features given to us in the application? So that's why there is no need of coding in Pega. So because here everything is automated. So all the features are given. So mostly we have to use them. So PRPC, what this Pega PRPC will do is it will automate the work and automate the programming. Okay. So nothing to write any manual coding here. Okay. So without writing any coding only, we can develop any kind of web applications. So that's why Pega is one of the most powerful automation tool. Okay, for application development. Okay, so Pega is the first tool which is nothing but automated tool for application development. And the future in the future, maximum application development means automation only. They will prefer, all the companies or clients will prefer the automated tools only. So till now there this Java priority is there, but in the coming years, so already it is there from the past 20 years, and from the next 15 to 20 years also Pega will has the major market, okay, in application development. And business process management, okay, it is a methodology guys. It's a inbuilt suite, and the purpose of this methodology is to just it will manage the workflows. That is the first thing, or it will manage the day-to-day operations in the business, and also it will helps in the increasing the performance and efficiency of the applications. All these things will be managed BPM in the backend. So specifically no need to have any knowledge on this. Okay, some points will be there, what this business process will specifically do. It will control how the business is conducted in the backend, and defines how the information flows and interactions will be created within the people, within internal applications, and within the across external applications. Okay, how all these connections are managed, it will take care by the BPM. So these are some of the things it will do, and there are so many advantages over the BPM tool. Actually, not only these are not advantages on only BPM, totally Pega. Okay, so here generally in Pega applications, the applications will be developed in a faster way. Means the development time will be less, the production cost will be less. Okay, so many like that. The security wise, performance wise, the duplications wise. Okay, so so many advantages are there over the Pega technologies, because here everything is automated, right? So automatically the this business cost will be, the production cost will be very less, and also same application if they want to develop in Java and Pega at a time, if they start same kind of application, means it may take 2 years in Java. Same application we can complete in 10 months or 1 year in Pega. Okay. So like that, the production cost and development time is very less in Pega here. And also it will be at the same time, both the client and organization, both of them gets benefited. Okay, so both will get profits based on if they use the application development by using Pega PRP. So you can refer, I will share these documents, you can refer the important points. No need to maintain any running notes. So what are the things I discussed in the session, I will be sharing the documents for you. And this Pega applications actually they categorize into different parts. Okay? Means internally, when you open or when you log into the Pega application for the development purpose, so they divide the entire application into different categories. So means actually the main purpose of Pega first of all is to design web applications, and in all the web applications we'll be doing different things, like will be data model, will be doing user interface. Connect user interface means all the form designing, workflows creation, integrations, reports generation, adding business logic. So like that, so many things will be there. So what they did is, so each part they divide into separate thing. Okay, all the user interface related you have to do in one category. Business logic, all the methods, technical things, all the logic and all you have to define under some category. All the process related things you have to define under one category. So like that, the task will be very easy for the developers. Okay, if you want to do any small task, any task given to you, if you want to work on the task also, the task will be very easy for you. Okay. So like that, so many things will be there. They only few things are mentioned here. In tomorrow's session, you'll get what are the different components we have in the Pega application. In detail, I'll show it in tomorrow's session. And why we have to go with Pega? Because we have so many traditional languages out there. But what is the specific advantages or disadvantages of Pega is? So here in Pega, basically, I told you it's a automated tool. That is one of the first reason. So because most of the things are automated and most of the things are reusable here. So once we create one thing, we can reuse the same thing in the application again and again. Okay, because any web applications reusability will be more. But same thing if you do in Java. So again, any number of times you have to create the same thing again and again. So like that. So here the main purpose or main goal of Pega is one is automation is the main thing and eliminate the coding and mostly automate the manual work and build complex applications. So that is the main advantages of Pega, and they are successful in the. He is there from the past 15 years. He is running successfully by all the companies, and even next 10 to 15 years also if you take, so Pega will stand in the top position. Okay, right now if you compare the technology rankings also, Pega will be there in the top 2 to 3 list. Okay, so like that, Pega is right now in much demand in the market. It is a very hot demand in the market. So it's a very simple thing. Okay, for learning also it's very simple. But only thing is it is not a open source. So many people don't know about this Pega. Okay, so Java means it's a open source. Everybody knows. But Pega, it's not a open source thing. So somebody don't know about this one. But it is there from the past 15 years. And the next market for the next 10 to 15 years also, the market will be totally on Pega only. Means all the companies will prefer application development from Pega PRPC. And some advantages over the other technologies. So same thing what I discussed previously. So here we can build solutions in a faster way, and they have given the complete platform, right? It will be very simple, and in a smart way we can develop the applications. And same thing, Pega will have different communities, forums will be there. So if developer gets any small issue also, he can post in the forum and immediately he can get the solutions. And 24/7 support team will be there for Pega developers. So like that, as a developer, uh, the task becomes very simple here. No need to write any logic from the beginning. Okay, so no need to involve in the coding here. Okay, so directly. So what is the process? How to use the features in the application if you learn? You can work on any company and you can work on any domain. Domain knowledge is also not required for Pega. So if you work on any one kind of project, you can work on any other domains also. Okay, so it's very simple. So if you practice what are the sessions I cover in this training, so if you practice all those things, you can easily keep up to 5 years experience on Pega. Okay. So minimum 1 year we have to keep directly freshers we cannot keep that. So minimum 1 plus and later you can keep how many years you want to keep depend upon your experience and gap. So I will give all the requirement and all. Okay. So in the coming sessions I will give the detailed information regarding that. And generally in the market, so many BPM tools are there, right? So even Pega is also comes under BPM category. But even some middleware tools also called as BPM tools only. Okay. So in that only few major BPM tools are there like Oracle and Lombardy, and remaining all small tools like middleware tools. So many IBM contains some 50 to 100 middleware tools are there. Even those are also called as BPM tools only. TIBCO is a middleware tool. So like that, there are so many BPM tools are there, but competition wise or rankings wise, so Pega stands in the top position right now. So there is no competition for Pega as of now. So it stands in the one of the top BPM tool in the current market. And coming to the basic architecture means how this will run, Pega will run means it will run on any OS like maximum 100% they will be using Windows only. In any company if you work also, it will run on Windows platform. Even in your systems also, you can install this setup. So maximum they will prefer Windows only in all the companies. And Pega generally we are developing web applications. So compulsory requires a database, application, server, everything is required. And generally Pega supports all the databases in the market and all the application servers in the market it will support. And Pega, I told Pega is basically a Java based application, right? So automatically Java also will be configured in the backend. Okay. So when you install this Pega, automatically Java also get installed in the backend. No need to install separately. It's a built-in package along with the Pega only it will install Java. Okay. So no need to install separately. So basic things required is so we can install in any of these OS, Windows, Linux or Unix, and Pega supports all the databases. Only few are mentioned, but what are the databases we have in the market, it will support all the databases. And application servers also, okay, like WebLogic, WebSphere, Comtech, all the servers it will support. And one thing is, when you work in the real time, like in the companies, at the same time you will not install all the databases. So depending upon the client requirement, so you can get the access of the database and application server from the Pega systems only. Okay. So what are the database access or what are the application server access? All those things you will get directly from the Pega system server only. Okay. I'll tell you in detail. I'll tell you. And by default, Pega will have some built-in frameworks. If you want, you can use. Otherwise, we can develop from scratch. Okay. So most of the Pega applications will be developed from scratch. So automatically, so we can save every application as a new framework. Okay. About the setup and about the application configuration, I'll show it in the next two sessions you'll get. And these are the different industries Pega is used. Okay. So already I mentioned. And right now, the latest version of Pega is Pega 7.2, and previous version 7.1 is there, 6.3 is there. Okay. So when we compare Pega with the previous versions and 7 version, so mostly 7 there is no major changes. And one of the within I mean to say from 7.1 to 7.2, there are no changes. Much changes are not there. So these changes are I'm comparing with 6 version. So these things when I cover the practicals, those things will be these differences also will be covered. Now even though I mentioned the features also you cannot understand. In the live sessions when I cover the sessions, right, then I will differentiate all these features and all. Okay. Even now if I mention these features also, you cannot understand these new terms, right? Okay, all the terms will be new to you. So when I open the application, step by step, in day by day, we'll be learning the new features. At that time, I'll compare the features with the latest version and the previous version. And these are the current and the previous versions. 7.2 is the running version. And right now in the companies, they're using 7.2 and 7.1, both they are using. Okay, some companies, some projects are they're developing on 7.1, and some projects they're starting on 7.2 version. And 6 version right now they are not using, no need to worry. But one session I'll take on 6.3 also. Okay. So that in interest they'll ask the differences about the previous and current version, so that you can answer them. So any maintenance projects are there, they may be using 6.3 version. Okay. So only 5% chance will be there. So 95% either will be working on 7.1 or 7.2 version. So there are just 5% changes are there between 7.1 and 2. Those differences also I'll cover. And your overall training will be going on. It will be going on 7.2 version. Okay. If you know 7.2, automatically you can work on previous versions also. Okay. If you learn this 7.2, automatically you can work on 7.1 and 6.3 versions. Concept wise, there will not be any differences. So overall concept is same in any version, whether it is 4 version or 5 version or any version. Concept will never change in any Pega version. Maybe some new features they will add in every version. Apart from that, the look and feel of the tool may be different. Apart from that, there will not be concept wise, there will not be any changes. So there are some differences will be there between 6 and 7. I'll cover in the sessions. And very basic system requirements is required. If you want to install this setup in your system, Pega software if you want to install, these are the basic system requirements. So maximum will be having Windows, everyone will be using Windows OS only, right? So whether it is Windows 7 or 8 or 10, make sure you must have a 64-bit operating system, RAM size 4 GB, and minimum space required is 10 GB, whether it is in a C drive or D drive or any other drive. The basic basic space required is 10 GB free space is required. So these are the basic system requirements with this setup. So nowadays everyone will have these requirements. So anyone can install this setup in your PCs. And if anybody using Mac OS also not a problem. Inside Mac also you can install this Pega setup. But inside the Mac you have to install some third-party VMware, and under the Windows you configure, right? Under the Windows you can install this Pega setup. So directly on Windows means no need to have any other setup. If anybody want to install inside Mac OS means you have to install a third-party VMware under the Windows, and in the Windows you can configure this Pega. So these are the basic things, guys. So basic introduction to Pega PRPC. So now some other points I'll cover. See, first of all, I told you this Pega contains some different architecture like database. So basically, in the real time, if you want to work on Pega, Pega contains two editions. They categorize the Pega software into two editions. One is called as personal edition. Means this one you can install in your systems. Personal edition means the setup where you can install in your PCs, laptops, okay. And there is other edition, that is enterprise edition. So enterprise edition you'll be using in the real time development. You'll be using enterprise edition setup. So there is no difference in the options space. Okay. So once you open the tool, right, same options you'll get in both the personal edition and enterprise edition. But what is the difference between these two is, actually I told you in the enterprise edition you'll be using real time development. See, along with the Pega, I told you one thing. There will be something called database. You will get application server and Java get installed. Okay. So same things will get installed in the personal edition also. Same things will get installed in the personal edition also. But the difference is in the personal edition, they will not give access to all the databases and all the application servers. So they will give access to one default database and one default server. Okay. But in the enterprise edition, depend upon the client requirement. One project requires one database and one server. Another project requires another database and another server. So like that in enterprise edition, you can get access to any database and any server. Okay. That is, that access also will be given directly from the Pega systems only. Okay. Pega systems enterprise server will give that access. So depend upon the project requirement, which database access is required or which server access is required. Directly we will get from the enterprise server. But in the personal edition, what they will do means, so they will give access to one database. The database is PGSQL database. So I'm talking about the 7.2 version. Maximum other versions also similar thing only will be there. So right now I'm discussing about 7.2 version. So the default database you'll be getting is PGSQL, and in all the personal edition servers, Tomcat is the default server. Tomcat is the default server, and automatically Java uh, 1, 1.8 version will get installed. Java JDK, it will install by default, guys. Java JDK 1.8 version will get installed. So these are the things you'll get in the personalization. So once when you open the application, all the things will be same. Okay, what are the options you have in Enterprise Edition? Same options you get here also. Here also you can develop one full-fledged application. Okay, so same thing. Only thing is in the real time, depend upon the project requirement in Enterprise server. Suppose right now here PGSQL we are using, but in the real time SQL database is required and WebLogic server is required. So that access they will give from the Pegasystems Enterprise server. Okay, another project requires MySQL database and WebSphere server. So they will get the access from the Enterprise server. So that is the only difference. And whatever the database or whatever the server we use, again the browser will be same. No need to have any knowledge on any database or application server here. Any database or any server you work also, the browser will be the mappings, the database connections will be same. The methods we will be using is same. Everything will be same. So only difference is in the personal edition you get a default database and default server. In the enterprise edition you can get access to any database and any server depending upon the project requirement. So that is the only difference. So you cannot use the enterprise edition as a you cannot access, you cannot, if it is a company, if you are working in some company means and if you are working under a Pega project means you can get the maximum they will not give, sometimes they will give to the home also, but maximum when you log into the server means some different sign-in options will be there. When you work on some company, single sign-on options will be there, or LDAP login will be there. Directly you'll connect to the enterprise server and you'll be giving some user ID and password. You have to enter that and you have to log into the application. So here also, so when we when we create the setup, we need to enter the user ID and password and we need to log into the application. Okay. I'll open the application now. How to open the application means, see when we install this setup in your PCs, basically it is going to it will create three icons after the installation process. In tomorrow's session you will get. So when we install this setup, right, it will create three icons in the desktop. One is called as startup icon, shutdown icon, and login icon. See, startup icon is to start the server. In order to start the server, we'll use the startup icon. And shutdown icon is to close the server. And login icon is to open the application. In order to open the application. So these three icons you'll get in the desktop. You can see here, this is login, shutdown icon, and startup icon. See, first thing we need to do is, if you want to open the application, we need to start the server. We need to start. So here, what is the server we have? Tomcat is a default server, and here the server is an internet server. See, in the personal edition, you will not connect to any external server, guys. Okay. So along with the application setup only, personal edition setup only, they have given intranet server. It's an intranet server. It's not an external server. It is an intranet server. So where we have to start the server manually, and once the task is done, we can close the server. So how to start the server means, so just click on the startup icon. Double click on that. It will open two command prompts will open. It is going to open two command prompts. It will take some time, some 1 to 2 minutes it will take, yes. And along with the server, it will load all the things in the application. And database also will load automatically. When we start the server, right, database also will load in the backend. And here see, the database is not external to the application. It is part of the application only. It is internal to the application. Okay? So no need to again manually start the database. When you load the application, right, automatically database also will load. So directly any database operations or database connections and all we'll do internal to the application. Apart from Pega setup, no need to install any other softwares. Automatically everything gets integrated inside the Pega setup only. Okay? So it's a single tool, guys. Okay? Apart from that, no need to configure, no need to install any other softwares. Everything is integrated inside the Pega tool only. So it will take some time. It will take some 1 to 2 minutes time. And these applications will open in the browser. Okay, means like in any Chrome browser, IE browser, Internet Explorer. Okay, any browser we can use. So maximum will be using IE browser in the real time. So even I will be using IE browser for opening this Pega application. Okay, so meanwhile it will start in few seconds. Minimize. We see once we start this command prompt, right? We have to minimize that server. We minimize the command prompt. These other window, two windows will be there. Okay, one is a startup window, and another window will load all these things. Okay, application server window. So we have to minimize these two command prompts. Now click on login icon. Okay, once the server is ready, it will open the application. Okay, in my system, Internet Explorer is set as a default browser. IE is set as the default browser. If you want to set any other browsers also, we can set it as a default. Okay, still it is application is still running, server is still running. Once it is ready, it will open the application.
You will be providing this personal edition.
I didn't hear. I can't hear you. Once again.
Whether you will be providing this personal edition setup to us?
Yeah. Yes, you can install. Yeah, I'll be providing this setup. Okay, server is ready now. Okay, so now it will ask you to enter the user ID and password. Yes. See, anyone want to log into the application, right? So there is one default ID. Okay, Pega has one default ID. Some default credentials will be there if you want to log into the application for the first time. That is the user ID we have to provide is administrator @pega.com and password is anyone can log into the application using this default ID and password administrator @pega.com and password is INSTAWL. So log into application once. And all small letters, password all small letters. And now after giving the details, right, you are going to log into the PRPC portal. Okay, so this is nothing but a PRPC portal. Okay, I told you, right, Pega contains a platform for designing and deploying the applications, so which is nothing but PRPC. So which is nothing but Pega rules process commander. So it is the platform or portal used to design and deploy the applications. Actually, there is other name we can call, that is, so PRPC we can also call it as a Pega Designer Studio, also used to call it Pega Designer Studio. If I either use the term like Pega Designer Studio or platform or developer portal, we used to call it. Okay, so right now as a developer we'll be using actually again Pega applications contains different portals. So what are the thing we use it to log into the application? It is nothing but a portal for development. Okay, so it is also called as developer portal. So after logging into the application, you can able to see the thing called Pega Designer Studio. We can call it as a platform or developer portal. Okay, or admin portal also same ways. Okay, Pega applications contains three portals first of all. If you take any application, right, any Pega application contains three portals. So first portal is we can call as admin or developer portal. Other portal is called as manager portal. In the coming sessions I'll show you. Another one is user portal. So these three portals will have when you open any Pega application. So as a developer, we'll be working under the developer portal, and for work management or for receiving the work, okay, what tasks are assigned to the developers under, in order to access those works, you'll be using the user portal. As a developer, you'll be using the admin or developer portal and user portal. And this manager portal will be used for monitoring the task. Okay, what are the who is working under which task, whether the task is completed or not. Any tasks are pending means which developer is working under which task. So they will monitor all the works which are done by the developers. So any Pega application, if you work, you will be having three portals: admin or developer portal, manager portal, and user portal. So in the all the design will take place. All the application design will do under this portal. Work monitoring will be done under this manager portal. Or we can also call as case management. So what is this case management and all? I'll cover in the next sessions. And in the user portal also, work routing, how the work will be routed to the developers and all, how the tasks are routed. Okay, all those things will be managed in the user portal. Okay. So these three portals you will get in any Pega application. Wherever you work, so these three portals you will get for Pega PRPC applications. So most of the time we will be working under the, means all the design, 100% of the design will be creating under the, what are the portal you are seeing right now. In this portal only will be working. And later in the coming sessions I will tell the what is the purpose of manager portal and user portal I will cover. And like this, everything, see, once we install this setup, everything is integrated inside this tool only. Only thing is we need to know where all these options are there, how to use them. In the training process within this application, how to use all the features, okay, when to use these features, where to map, all these things we'll be learning in this training process. Okay, so like this, everything. So nothing to put more, like we will not write any coding here. Okay, all the design templates will be there. Only thing is how to use them, just will be learning. Okay, so no need to have anybody can learn this thing, guys. Okay, even from any non-IT people also will be learning Pega. Okay. So no need to have any, even if you have Java knowledge also not a problem. If you don't have any Java knowledge also not a problem. Okay, So only thing is you will be learning only the thing, what are the things we have inside the Pega you will be learning. And for learning this thing, no need to have any prerequisites. The basic OOPS concepts are required. That one I will be covering in the sessions. OOPS concepts is nothing but like what is a class, what is inheritance. So those things. So those things also manually will not create. Automatically server only will generate. Just you have to know the difference. What are the different types of classes are there? How the inheritance will be generated? I will be showing to you. So that one also manually will not create. Automatically it will be generated by the server itself. So just maximum, I mean to say that without any prerequisites, you can learn this program. Okay. So like that, in the training process from tomorrow, we'll start the regular classes. The same, the timing will be same, and for the tomorrow session, the meeting link is also same guys. Okay. So today is just introduction. From tomorrow, we'll start the regular sessions. And in this training process, you'll be learning like you'll be getting all the Pega software you'll get. You can install this Pega setup in your laptops also. And every day, topic wise, you'll get the documentation and notes. And you'll get the recording of that session. What are the tasks or what are the thing I'm doing in this? You'll get that recorded class every day after the session. And at the end of this session, you'll get the certification. Actually, Pega contains some certification. This training will support both the CSA and CWSA level. So this training covers CSA, CWSA level certification it will support. Okay. So after this training, you can clear the CSA certification and CWSA certification. And regarding the certification, more information again I will give in the coming sessions. So means both the certifications are for the developers. Like a we used to call as certified system architect, certified senior system architect. Okay, so means up to 3 years experience means you can go with a CSS certification is sufficient. Okay, if you want to keep experience on Pega, relevant experience up to 3 years if you want to keep means CSA is sufficient. If you want to keep more than 3 years experience, relevant experience on Pega means you can go with CWC. So first of all, compulsory anybody want to apply for Pega means this first basic level certification is mandatory. So CSA means only basic fundamentals only. So just starting 2-3 classes if you attend, you can clear the CSA. Okay. So for all the remaining like advanced topics, some theoretical part and some practical sessions and all will support this CWSA certification. Okay. So both the certifications are easy only. So after this training, the basic preparation, you can clear these certifications. And more information regarding the certifications, once again I will cover in the coming sessions. So you'll get the certification materials, notes, everything you get for the preparation of the certification, what you need to prepare, everything I will share. Then resume preparation will be there. Means what are the projects required to keep in a resume, I will be sharing all those projects. So you can select on which domain you want to keep the projects, you can select them. And I will be doing some changes and modifications. And interview questions. So for interview preparation, because outside you will not get any terms related to Pega. Okay, any notes or documentation you cannot get anywhere in the Google. Okay, so maximum I will be giving all the required things. So for interview purpose, all the interview questions and answers I will share. So if you prepare every day, if you practice these sessions and if you prepare all these things, so you can clear the certifications very easily. You can attend the interviews also very easily. Okay. And more information regarding all these things you will get in again in the coming sessions also. Okay. So from tomorrow, regular classes will start, and these training classes will be there for 4 to 5 weeks. It will be there, and daily 1 hour session. Remaining time, if you have any doubts, I will clarify. Like Monday to Saturday, timing 6 a.m. IST, daily same time. Today, what are the time we have? Same time the session will be daily, 6 a.m. IST, Monday to Saturday. Okay. So for tomorrow's session, the meeting link is same. If there is any change, I'll update you. One day before, I'll update you. So for tomorrow, you can attend the session using the same meeting link base. So now, if you have any questions, you can ask me. Anybody, any doubts or any questions, you can ask. Is anyone any questions? Do any questions? Srinivas, any questions? Raj, any questions?
You will be providing the recording of this session.
Yeah, this session also I'll share. Yeah, every session recording will get. Durga, Deepa, and others, some students I don't see the name. Okay. So any questions, guys? Still, others, some students, I don't see your names. Any questions, anyone? Okay. So then for tomorrow's session, you can join the same time, guys. Okay. The meeting link is also same. So tomorrow's session, I'm going to cover the topics on about the tool. What are the terms? What is the purpose of each and every option? First of all, some basic terms are there, right? I'll discuss about each and every option inside the Tiger Designer Studio. Okay, so what is the options purpose in the header? Some explorer options are there, some footer options. Again, inside the explorers, what are the different options will be using? All those things I'll be covering in the sessions. Okay, so tomorrow, like a overall total tool overview will be covered. Like what are the different options inside the tool? Some detailed overview will be taken. Okay. From day after tomorrow, practical classes will start. Okay, guys. Then, okay. If you have any notes, you can send me an email.